Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a look outside that weather window. Boy, what a beautiful late winter day all across north central Washington. Heading up north with our weather window shot today. This is our PTZ shot. Billy Goat camera up north. You can see just to the left side of your screen, Pateros, and up a little bit farther is Brewster in that shot. But we all saw some high clouds under a dome of high pressure today, and as we move into the upcoming weekend, I'll tell you, things look pretty good. Saturday, what a start to the weekend. We're going to see temperatures in the low 50s with sunshine, and then just some clouds on Sunday. I don't think we'll see showers, and our temperatures are going to remain nice into those lower 50s. And I'll have your complete north central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Chelan County prosecutors on Wednesday expanded the charges against a Leavenworth man accused of possessing child pornography. One of 4 people arrested in a 2020 drug sting is the first to face a felony sentence. And a Chelan teenager will serve more than 6 years for setting a structure fire that injured 2 sheriff's deputies last year. But first, our top story tonight, water tests in 3 school buildings around Cashmere have found high levels of lead in the water fixtures used by students. The Cashmere School District alerted parents last week that 14 fountains and faucets have been disconnected and are awaiting service. Lead detection above 5 parts per million require remediation. Testing by the State Department of Health performed in January found levels as high as 13 parts per billion in a bottle filling station at Vale Elementary, 7 parts per billion in a bottle filler at Cashmere Middle School, and 10 parts per billion in each of 3 water fountains in a Cashmere High School locker room. Superintendent Glenn Johnson told NCWLIFE News all the water fixtures are undergoing further tests, and the district is developing a remediation plan as required by law. Johnson said, quote, "We're trying to get to the bottom of this and we're trying to do it transparently." He said parents can expect further updates through the district's website and can feel free to call the district with any questions. Chelan County prosecutors yesterday expanded the charges against a Leavenworth man accused of possessing child pornography. However, the defendant's lawyer says the images appear not to be depictions of real children. The amended charges against Michael J. Ross include 27 first and second degree counts of child porn possession, plus 9 counts of sharing such material online and 1 count of attempted evidence tampering. He remains held on $2.5 million bail. Ross's attorney, Robert Schiffner of Moses Lake, said the images collected by law enforcement appear to be computer generated and therefore not a basis for criminal charges. He also says the bail set for his client by Judge Travis Brandt is excessively high, and he plans to appeal the decision. One of 4 people arrested in a 2020 drug sting is the first to face a felony sentence. 57-year-old Daniel John Chisholm of Wenatchee must serve a year and a day in jail. Chisholm pleaded guilty more than a year ago to possessing oxycodone with intent to deliver, but his sentencing was delayed by medical complications and the pandemic. The Columbia River Drug Task Force arrested Chisholm along with 3 other people for allegedly distributing heroin, fentanyl, and other illicit drugs out of a home on Sandy Brook. 1 other person served a 90-day misdemeanor sentence. Still awaiting trial are 69-year-old Deborah Sue Peak and 28-year-old Matthew Van Osten. A Chelan teenager will serve more than 6 years for setting a structure fire that injured 2 sheriff's deputies last year. Judge Travis Brandt declined to set an exceptionally low sentence for 18-year-old Connor Leo Strange after one of the injured deputies, Cyrus Bowthorpe, disagreed with the recommended 5-year prison term. Bowthorpe and fellow deputy Will Tangle suffered concussions when the barn Strange was hiding in exploded during the fire. Strange pleaded guilty to first and second degree arson 2 weeks ago. Both Chelan County prosecutors and Strange's defense attorney recommended the 5-year sentence due to his age of 17 at the time of the crime. Brandt instead assigned him to serve 75 months. The judge said he was taking the feelings of the victims into consideration. Well, when we come back, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is inviting public comment on 2 proposed land acquisitions in Grant and Okanogan counties. The vice chair of the Colville Confederated Tribes faces possible removal by a vote of his peers next month. And a new roundabout is coming to a neighborhood near you. We'll tell you where. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
I had a seizure in the middle of the night, and they rushed me to the hospital and decided to induce labor to try to get the baby out. The outpouring of love and support I got from Confluence Health. My coworkers coming to the ICU to be with me. For me, it's the work family. It's just incredible to have support no matter what I'm going through in my personal life, my own health.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Welcome back. In another news, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is inviting public comment on 2 proposed land acquisitions in Grant and Okanogan counties. The acquisitions would help promote fish and wildlife conservation and land access. The proposal involves 2 projects, a partnership with the Methow Conservancy in the Methow watershed to conserve 379 acres at risk of commercial and residential development, and a project to conserve 159 acres in the Babcock Bench area that provides recreational opportunities. The Washington Fish and Wildlife Commission will receive a briefing on those proposals during their April 6th through 8th meeting in Anacortes. Comments can be submitted via email to lands@dfw.wa.gov. The vice chair of the Colville Confederated Tribes faces possible removal by a vote of his peers next month. Jack Ferguson represents the Keller district of the Colville Reservation. On Wednesday, the Colville Tribal Council ruled in a 10-to-1 vote that Ferguson committed misconduct and violated the council's ethics code. The issue involved a land transfer Ferguson requested, from which he allegedly stood to benefit. The vote recommended expelling Ferguson from his post. The Tribal Council expects to hold an April 13th special session to act on the recommendation. In the meantime, Ferguson is on paid administrative leave and barred from accessing council offices or equipment. Well, the intersection of Highway 2 and 97 and East Easy Street in Wenatchee is going to see some construction soon. Beginning April 3rd, the Washington Department of Transportation will begin the project to turn the intersection into a multi-lane roundabout. The roundabout will replace the existing traffic signal, add transit pullouts, and an extension of the Apple Capitol Loop Trail. There will be 24-hour closures in the area, with Easy Street closed from the Highway 297 and Easy Street intersection to Omi Garden Road north of the highway. Once complete, the roundabout will feature the Valley of Fruition piece by artist C.J. Wrench. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story where we will introduce you to Oakland the dog, available for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And sunny and mild tomorrow with a few more clouds this weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete local forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax. It's done.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just flip over time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight we meet a dog named Oakland.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the Animal Behavior Supervisor here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Whoops. Today I have with me Oakland. Oakland's our pet of the week. This guy has been with us for several months. He's a great dog. He loves hiking. He loves going out with the volunteers on long walks. He does get a little stressed here in the kennel, so we are hoping that this will highlight him, and hopefully somebody will come in and find him and decide that he's the perfect dog for their home. Oakland knows all his basic commands. He has been pretty good on leash. He's very interested in smelling, so he often will go on a walk and check out the whole area smelling. Other dogs, he's been pretty good also on leash with them. He does go to playgroup. He is slightly selective. He's more fearful of other dogs, so he's been a little bit selective. So if you are interested in Oakland and you do have another dog, I would recommend bringing the dog down here to do a dog-to-dog meet and greet after you've met Oakland and decide if Oakland is for you. Obviously, he's very cute. He tries to be his very best self most of the time. He's an adult, so he is kind of past that puppy stage and just ready to be a great companion to somebody. If you'd like to meet Oakland, we are open Thursday through Tuesday from 11 to 6. We're closed from 1:30 to 2:30 for quiet hour, but you're welcome to come down any of those other times and just let them know that you want to meet Oakland or any of the friends here at Wenatchee Humane.
Time now for a check of that north central Washington weather forecast. The weekend is in sight, and boy, it's looking good. Today was looking good too. This is a shot looking at downtown Wenatchee from this afternoon from our Cascadian North Sky-Fi Tower camera, and you can see just some high clouds under a big dome of high pressure that's over almost all of the western United States right now, and that's providing this beautiful weather. High temperatures today, pretty darn nice. Still just slightly below normal, but we're getting there. 50. Unofficially our high today. 53 is where we should be for this time of year. What a beautiful day back in 1972. 72 degrees is our record high. 28 this morning. I'm sure you felt it when you walked out the door to head to work. A little chilly out there. That's just 3 degrees above our record low that was set back in 2020 of 25 degrees, and our normal is 34. Sunrise 7:12 this morning, and the sun sets for us tonight at 7:08. Let's take a peek now at your Friday temperatures, and there are no complaints as far as Friday weather goes. If you thought today was nice, I think tomorrow's going to even be a little bit nicer. Not so many high clouds out there. Moses Lake, you're flirting with 60 degrees tomorrow. 57, 56 in Ephrata, and 54 degrees the high in Quincy tomorrow. 50s for Wenatchee, also Eniat and Chelan. Ellensburg at 52 degrees, and we're even going to see 48 in Leavenworth and 50 tomorrow for a high temperature in Kashmir. Should be beautiful all over north central Washington. Tonight, we are expecting partly cloudy skies. Here's our big dome of high pressure extending all the way over into the central plains. We'll see a little bit warmer temperatures tonight, around 30 degrees for lows with those high clouds. More high clouds tomorrow, but I think we'll see plenty of sun on our St. Patrick's Day. It will be mild. High temperatures tomorrow around 50 degrees. Should be beautiful for the parade at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. On Saturday, getting you into the upcoming weekend, partly cloudy and just downright nice. We'll see high temperatures in the low 50s. Notice the yellow colors. Those are 50s and even 60s. Seattle, 60 degrees for both Friday and Saturday coming up. Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. We will have an area of low pressure right over the top of us, and that will provide some cloudiness. Another area of low pressure just off the coast, and that will also move in on Sunday. And that system could bring us a little bit of shower activity on our first day of spring on Monday. We do have a 30% chance of rain. We'll see high temperatures near around 50 degrees. Lots of activity on the west coast for Monday. Getting you into Tuesday then, not much change, and we're going to see that sort of unstable weather making our way through the middle part of next week. 20% chance of rain on Tuesday once again. We're going to stay very consistent with high temperatures about 50 degrees once again. And then by the time we get into the end of our forecast on Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies. Once again, a little ridge of high pressure moving in. We'll see a 20% chance of rain. Very little chance of rain on Wednesday with high temperatures again right around that 50-degree mark. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 30 overnight tonight. St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, and it should be a beauty. 51 the high temperature, sunshine, partly cloudy, very nice as we kick off our weekend on Saturday, and 52. We'll stay in the low 50s getting into Sunday as well. Cloudy skies with a 30% chance of rain on Monday, and then about a 20% chance of rain on both Tuesday and Wednesday. Mostly cloudy skies. Going to stay nice though with temperatures in the low 50s. And I was talking earlier in the newsroom, this is the first 7-day forecast since going back to October where we had all 7 days with highs in the 50s. So I hope you have a chance to enjoy it. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find them?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday. Yeah, that's what it is. Eastern Washington now knows its next opponent for the men's NIT college basketball tournament, and they found out this morning when and where they'll play. Oklahoma State beat Youngstown State last night, 69-64 to advance to the second round. Eagles and Cowboys will play at Stillwater Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. That'll be on ESPN2. We do know that Washington's Huskies, after a 15-14 campaign this season, will host San Francisco in the first round of the women's NIT tonight. The game at Alaska Airlines Arena in Seattle is set to tip off at 7 o'clock. Well, how's your bracket doing so far? We did get the final four, or the first four. Yeah, they call it the first four last night. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi advanced over Southeast Missouri. Pittsburgh beat Mississippi State. Dickinson tops Texas Southern, and Arizona State blew out Nevada last night. Of course, we have to wait till tomorrow afternoon to watch the Gonzaga Bulldogs take on Grand Canyon University in the first round of the NCAA men's tournament. Game will tip in Denver at 4:35 in the afternoon, our time on True TV. We'll also have to wait till Friday for the Gonzaga women in the NCAA women's tournament. They'll take on Ole Miss at 7 o'clock on Friday night on ESPNU. ESPNU also the station where you'll find Washington State's women's team as the Cougars battle Florida Gulf Coast. That'll be Saturday morning at 11:30. Haley Van List's Louisville Cardinals are in Seattle to face Drake in a first-round game Saturday afternoon at 4:30 on ESPN2. Well, the Wenatchee Bighorns got back on the winning track last night in TBL play. Wenatchee used Big's third quarter to break a halftime tie, go on for a 105-97 win against the visiting San Diego Sharks. Stanley Christian led the Bighorns with 25 points, while Jalen Nixon had 23. Wenatchee will host Vancouver at Chelan High School coming up Friday at 7:05. Seattle Kraken look to end a three-game losing streak in NHL action in San Jose tonight after falling to Ottawa and twice to Dallas on home ice. Seattle's hoping the road will be favorable against the Sharks. Kraken come into tonight's game as the #1 wildcard team in the Western Conference at 37-23-7. San Jose struggling towards the bottom of the Pacific Division this season with a 19-36-13 record. Coach Dave Haxtell pleased to get on the ice for yesterday and some valuable practice time.
You have a chance to touch on some details. You know, everything has a purpose. You know, everything we wanted to do today had flow to it, had execution, had pace, but there's detail pieces to it that are built in that are part of systems instead of in terms of installing something new. I'm not doing a whole lot of that this time of year, but you know, it still gives you a chance to tweak a couple things.
Seattle also called up forward John Hayden from AHL Coachella Valley. Haxtell says they needed to bolster their bench just in case anyone goes down with an injury.
You know, Hayes has been a part of our group on and off. He gives us another element. You know, he's a different player than we had on our roster. He's an outstanding pro. He's a guy that fits in very well in the dressing room. And you know, when we need him and when he's called upon, I'm confident that he'll go in and do a good job for us.
Puck drops at 7:30 tonight on Root Sports Northwest. Well, let's see what happened in prep sports yesterday with our Les Schwab scoreboard. In baseball action, Othello defended its home field with a 7-4 non-league win over Wenatchee. Cashmere topped Liberty Bell 5-3. On tap today, Cashmere was on the road at Tenasket, while Ephrata visiting West Valley of Spokane. Prep fast pitch softball yesterday, Okanagan won the backyard brawl with Omak. 12-1 was the final there. Cashmere, and this is not a misprint, beat Liberty Bell yesterday 35-2. Ouch. Tenasket Cascade postponed. Maybe Liberty Bell was hoping for a postponement as well. Coming up today, Quincy hosting Lake Roosevelt, non-league play, the Tiger women also on the road along with the baseball team in Spokane. That's Ephrata we're talking about at West Valley. One soccer match on the schedule yesterday. Chelan blanked Liberty Bell 3-0. Busy schedule today has Brewster at Tenasket at 4 o'clock. Well, that game already probably latter stages of that one. Also, Okanagan hosting Manson, Bridgeport visiting Oroville, Cascades in Ellensburg tonight, while Cashmere travels to Sealick. Quincy faces Ephrata in a battle of the basin, also coming up at 6 o'clock. Well, we have our first sports broadcast of the spring tomorrow here on the NCWLIFE channel. Wenatchee hosting Skyline at Lee Boftel Field of the Apple Bowl. Game starts at 6 o'clock live on Facebook. We'll have it after the news at 6:30 on television. Sebastian Moraga, Matt Wiesen, welcome back. They'll have the call right here on the NCWLIFE channel. It's been an active few days for the Seahawks since free agency officially began. No longer Seahawks or linebacker Cody Barton. Running backs Rashad Penny and Travis Homer, and defensive lineman Quentin Jefferson and Shelby Harris. Linebacker Tanner Muse was also not tendered. Jaron Reed, a former second-round draft pick with the Seahawks in 2016, is reportedly returning to the team after a stint in Green Bay. Also tendered contracts were safety Ryan Neal, quarterback Michael Jackson, defensive tackle Miles Adams, and linebacker John Radigan. Seattle has 10 picks in the upcoming NFL draft in April, including 2 in the first round and 2 in the second round. Expected to get some more help on the defensive side of the ball with those. It was a rare sight in Arizona yesterday. Rain falling in Mesa, causing the postponement of Seattle's Cactus League game with Oakland. Haven't heard when or if they're going to make that up. Seattle, meanwhile, taking on San Francisco earlier today in Peoria at the Sports Complex. We'll have those results coming up tomorrow here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thanks a bunch, Eric. And before we check in with Dan Kuntz, let's take a look at our weather forecast as we head into the end of the week and our upcoming weekend. And I'll tell you what, folks, 50s all the way across the board. Looks great. Tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're heading to the shortest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world. It starts at 7. Should be nice. 51 the high tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday we will see a few more clouds, especially on Sunday, with highs both days around 52 degrees. And then some rain showers come into our weather picture Monday through Wednesday. Mostly cloudy skies each day. Our best shot at rain looks to be Monday, the first day of spring, with a 30% chance, 20% chance of the wet stuff then on both Tuesday and Wednesday, with high temperatures once again staying right around that 50-degree mark. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're back here at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, but we're at their clinic talking to their almost brand new vet. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Haley Barkowiak. I'm originally from Kansas City area, went to K-State for my DVM, new since July, and I've had just the warmest welcome in Wenatchee. It's been so thrilling to work at an organization that is so committed to their community, and the community is equally committed to them. It's been a really wonderful experience.
Her story is a fascinating one, and you're going to get to know it on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Guys, thank you very much. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
At Prestige Senior Living, we celebrate life at every age. From our cognitive and fall reduction programs to our focus on life enrichment and wellness, we help our residents maintain independence while nurturing mind, body, and spirit. Residents also enjoy a wide variety of amenities and services, including restaurant quality dining, housekeeping, a full calendar of events, and so much more. To learn more or to schedule a tour, visit us at prestigecare.com or call the number on your screen. We can't wait to show you around.